Okay, so we just finished making a payment to furniture store, right? We have a huge dent in our bank account. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what happened next. So it is finally Sunday, our very last day of our grand opening sales, because it should be 1 week long. All right. And here we have it. Let's go. We should definitely, let's see. I think we have enough space in our page here.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
So what I did was I copy and pasted the checking sales discount all the way down to even my COGS and in-store use.
All right, perfect. So we're going to recopy this whole entire amount right here. Because the transaction is the same. The only difference here is
The amounts.
the amounts. Correct. Perfect. We only have one line left or two lines. If you started, okay, I made a mistake here because you're supposed to start one more line down, but it still had enough. Okay. Tack in the dates here, so it's the 23rd now, so it's finally Sunday, and we are done with our grand opening weeks. All right. So let's go ahead and compute our numbers.
Okay, for checking in the debit, I have 197,112.
Ooh, let me pull my table a little more. All right.
And then below that, 455.22 for my sales discount. Then I went over to my credit column for sales, medium, regular coffee, of 477.60. Then 544.18. 622.50. 26.99. My mugs were 104.85. And my sales tax payable was 150.22.
Okay. Double check if your work
24, 26, 34.
24, 26, 34. Check on this side 24, 26, 34. Okay, excellent. Right.
I'm here talking and my thing's muted. I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries. I was like, okay, I guess you're done for this.
I had to mute because my sinuses just started going. Okay, so anyways, from here, so I wouldn't forget, I went over to my deposits
Perfect.
and put my sales deposit in. So it'd be 1,971 and 12 cents.
197, 112. Oops, 12.
23 June. And then I put them out to the right also. Yes.
Yes, because it's the end of the day. We're depositing it today. Boom. Right.
Then from there, I go to my general ledger. To checking.
All right, I'm already here.
So date 6/23, in-store sales, GJ12 for a debit of 1971 and 12 cents. Should give you a credit balance of 2240.73.
All right, still in the negatives. And sad part is, it's the end of the day, so we can't really do anything. We don't have extra money to put in there. So in this case, we are for surely going to get charged the interest on this.
Then from there, I go over to revenues, to sales discount. Count 46,000. $623, grand opening 20% store discount. GJ12, debit for 455.22, gives you a balance of 1879.59.
1879.59.
Then after that, we can start recording the sales of our coffee with medium coffee, regular coffee. Count 4,300. It'll be 6/23, 240 cups sold. GJ12, 477.60. That was 240 cups sold.
240. What's your running balance?
My running balance 178,702.
Good. 1787.02.
Yes. Then we'll move down to our large regular coffee right below it. Date 6/23, 182 cups sold. GJ12 for a credit of 544.18. Running balance 2350.14.
2350.14. Good.
Then we can move to medium stream coffee below it. $6.23, 250 cups sold. GJ12, credit 622.50. Running balance 2283.33.
2283.33. Good.
Then we'll move down to large spring coffee. 151 cups sold. GJ12, 526.99. Running balance 2586.09.
Was 258609. Good.
Yes, 2586.09. Then we have our ceramic coffee mugs. Count 4150. $623, sold 15 mugs. GJ12 for 104.85. Running balance 640.94.
Ooh, I didn't extend it out to that far, so you would have said 640.94.
Yes.
Did I record this? Yes.
Now we have to go over to the liabilities. Or wait, yeah. Yeah, down to 2,700 for sales tax payable. 27,000. Today's date 623. GJ12. Credit for 150.22. Should keep your running balance at 620.26.
620.26.
And we don't need to go to sub-stereo ledger, but we do need to update our inventory on the inventory worksheet. So they will be today's date 623. We used 35.25 pounds. Cost per item is 1.61529. Should give us 56.94. And move over to my inventory on hand to update it. Take 117.75 minus the 35.25, which should give me 82.50.
Mm-hmm.
And then my balance 190.20 minus the 56.94 should give me a total of 133.26. And my new cost per item is 1.61527.
Good. I'm gonna hide it. All right.
Now we'll go over to our cream coffee. Now, because we're using FIFO, we want to use The rest of our batch that's left, which is 7.5 pounds.
Okay.
And then what I did is I jumped down 2 lines. I put my total of 33 pounds. You subtract the 7.5, and your balance will be 25.50 remaining that you have to fill. My cost per item for the 7.5 pounds is 1.82800, which gives me a total for 1371 out of that last batch. Then I took the 25.50. In my next batch, the cost per item is 1.84000. I did my equal round formula to get a total for that batch of 46.92, which gives me a total of 60.63 for the 33 pounds I used.
Oh, maybe I went too many. There you go. All right. Let me change this again. That's not the right color.
I'm sure you know this, but if you clicked on the box that has the blue above it, it'll show you which one. You can click on it, then go down and just click those cells.
Yeah, using the copy and paste tool. Yeah, I know that. I'm just lazy.
Oh, well,
I'm just lazy. I don't want to look it up.
what I do is I go to the color, to
Uh-huh.
a bar that has that color. I go up there and I click, and then I go ahead and click on the highlighted box. So this way, then I can go and put that same color in the same spots I want to. That's all. I've become an Excel junkie. I'm sorry.
No worries. I'm just too lazy to do it. I figured this is the right one. I usually use the same exact colors. I know it's either I use the left or the right one. In this case, I use the left one.
And then what we need to do is go and update our inventory on hand.
Okay.
So our second batch is now 0 because we used that 7.50.
Mm,
And then out of our next batch, we want to subtract the 25.50.
25.50. You said.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. Perfect. All right. So here we have left remaining is 183.08.
Then what I did from here is I went back to the general journal, plugged my numbers in.
Go to your general journal. Excuse me. All right. How much did I use for my regular coffee?
56.94.
Oops. Got it?
60.63.
Let's save my both sides.
Then after that, we got to update our general ledger. First place I went was cost of goods. Regular coffee. $6.23. Used $56.94 for a debit of 471.49.
Okay, so in this case, we're using it, right? Are we going to debit or are we going to credit this?
We're gonna. I'm sorry. We're gonna credit. No, wait, hold
Oh, wait, yeah, no, you're right. We're on cost of goods sold. Good, sorry
on.
about
Okay.
that. So we're going to debit 56.94 to give you 471.49. Got it. Okay, good.
That's why I go to cost of goods first.
Good.
Because I want my debit first.
Yes.
And then you just go down to Supreme Coffee, cost of goods sold.
Used
Use
33. Oh, I could just copy it from the line above. General Journal 12. Could have copied from there. And this time we got a total of 60.63
for a total of 542.
542. Good.
Then we'll have to move over to assets.
Let me give a couple students the time to catch up.
I'm good.
I'm good as well.
All right, regular coffee.
Date will be 6/23. Use 13.25 pounds. GJ 12, 56.94. Should give you a balance of 133.26.
I actually don't remember if that's the correct. If that, I think that is the right number, but let's double check our inventory worksheet. 133.26. Yes. And then Supreme Coffee, we should have 183.08. Okay. Back to the ledger, back to the journal. So, yes. So we match our work here. Good.
Supreme Coffee, 6/23. Use 33 pounds. GJ 12, 60.63, which will give you a debit balance of 183.08.
Perfect. Which we just checked it. That is correct.
Yes.
18303. Oh, sorry. 18308.
With that, we are done with that transaction.
Good. So then, what has happened here?
Well, Irene submits her timesheet,
Mm-hmm.
and Albert submits his total sales records.
Okay. So, if you guys understand how payroll works, since it's a bi-weekly payroll, right? Usually it's from Monday to Sunday, exactly 2 weeks of times that you're supposed to collect, right? On average, commonly for regular workers, usually your hours are whatever your hours are. Usually it's 5 days an hour, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. That's a typical worker. But for any reasons that that worker has stayed overtime or anything like that, then whatever your policy is on paying those people is subjective, right? So in this case, there will be no overtime, no anything like that. Once again, Albert is not mandatory either to stay the full 8 hours because he's just simply there for one thing and one thing only. He's a sales representative, so he can come into the office and leave whenever he likes, right? As long as he gets the job done. Okay, so here it is the end of the payroll period, right? Today's Sunday, right? So that means since we agreed for a bi-weekly payroll, right? In this case, they get paid on the Fridays. If you look at the calendar, they get paid every Friday. So here, today they're submitting their hours because it takes time to process, to go through whatever you need to do for the proper payment to calculate all the costs it takes to have to pay for the employee as well, calculate all those federal taxes that we have to take away from her paycheck. So again, we're going to pay them on Friday, all right? However, this is their day to clock in their last hour for this pay period, all right? And that's why they're submitting it today. So if they're submitting it today, what do I need to do for Irene and what do I need to do for Albert?
Right. She doesn't get paid to the 28th, so we could just track the hours.
Right, but we're not responsible for keeping track of Irene's hours.
Here's what I did. Okay. I went over to commissions and off to the side, I had put, let's see, I need to move subsidiary ledger. And all I did was off to the side of the 14018, I just put a little note to the right timesheet.
140.18. Where are you looking at?
Oh no, not in pay. Oh, I didn't do it in payroll. I just made a note under the commission expense to the right.
Okay.
Right of the 140 is I just put the word timesheet and I highlighted it in yellow just so I knew.
All right. Good. And that's exactly what I'm going to do too. I'm going to highlight it just to let me know that, okay, well, if Albert submitted his timesheets or his sales, that means we owe him a total of $140.18. Irene, we have to wait till she submits our timesheet in, or when we get to the payroll part, I'll tell you exactly what times she clocked in. Okay. Once again, we're not responsible for their times, okay? And for this one, we're not responsible for keeping track of Albert's sales, but since sales is including our portion, right? We're just ensuring that Albert does make his sales, and we are calculating what they are. But for Irene, we will find out when the payroll starts coming in, right? But again, essentially, you will not need to record it until the day the transaction happens, which is when we actually pay them. Okay, so same thing for bookkeeping. The minute you cut that check is when you actually journalize it. All right, you don't do it before and you don't do it after. Well, you can if you'd like. If you'd like to do that, like create the account so then when you do pay them, you pay them. But in this case, I'm not gonna make it as any more complicated. I'm just gonna wait till the day happens and we calculate right then and there, cut the check, and call it a day. I'm not gonna have you guys calculate anything yet until we reach payday. So that's correct. We don't need to do anything there or anything furthermore than just look at what they did, submit the timesheets in, and that's pretty much it. No transaction has occurred.
Right.
All right.
And plus, I scrolled down to the very bottom and saw Irene's timesheet, so I knew I didn't have to do nothing else.
All right, perfect, good.
So next then, We invited our friends and family to celebrate a grand opening of our store.
Yay. All
Now,
right.
here's what I did for this. Because I'm using petty cash and I don't have any receipts or amounts yet, I made a chart uh, in the subsidiary ledger under the commissions where I made an actual petty cash ledger.
Okay.
And all I did this for is so I would never have to go back into this scenario to see what was used where. And later on down the road, when I get receipts, I can put them into my little petty cash ledger.
Perfect.
That's what I did. And I just, in the ledger, I just made just a little table, date, which is 23 June. Under expenses, I have listed 10 pizzas with drinks, then another line with cake, then another line with party supplies and decorations. Under name, I have Alan, Irene, and Albert. And then the amount, receipt amount, exact change in balance, I left blank because I do not have the information yet.
Good. Now, of course, you don't have to do that because I've already done it for you. Right? That doesn't happen until the end of the month. So that table's already created. Just FYI. But it's okay. No, good. You saw something that was necessary and you created an account or created a table with that. But good. The one thing that you recognize here is, what do we do with this account? Are we going to journalize it?
Not yet.
No. Because how do we replenish our petty cash fund?
Once we have the total receipts and the change and everything, then we go ahead and with our total receipts, we make sure the change is in the box and we will replenish the petty cash with the amount of those receipts.
Correct. So in this case, we are not going to be recognizing anything here because one, a transaction has happened. However, three things that we don't have. We don't have a receipt. We don't have the exact change, nor do we have the amount that they took out. So we don't have any of the information. All we know is that they used the money from the petty cash fund. And here we recognize that you do not journalize directly taking money out from the petty cash fund. In this case, we don't even know how much they took out. All we know is they took money out for these specific items. So in this case, we have to wait till the petty cash ledger exists, right? Or we see a copy of it, and then we can go from there. So good. No transaction is necessary here, so no need to journalize. We just know that everyone is chipping in to go ahead and set the party up by buying all these supplies. Okay. Awesome. So, yay. Let's see. Now the party's over and it is now a new week and a new Monday. So, what happened here? So, new week, new Monday, new journal page.
Next.
Yep, we're on Monday. Yep.
Sorry, I'm looking for my sheets. Katie decided to send us a check, so we got paid.
Yes, we got paid. What did she send a check for?
Invoice number 101.
And how much did she make a check out for?
$100.
$99.54. All right. So,
Accounts receivable.
accounts receivable, but where? Are we going to debit it or are we going to credit it?
We're going to debit it because it sent us a check, so we got some deposit.
Okay, so if we're debiting accounts receivable, that's increasing what money people that other people owe us.
We're crediting it.
All right, so then what's our equal and opposite debit then?
Checking.
Checking. Yes, because we received money, right?
Yes.
So in this case, we are definitely increasing our checking account.
The amount of. Should we go see if she qualifies for the discount, depending on the day she sent it in?
All right. And where we would find that?
Are we going to our vendors?
Not vendors. What is Katie?
Customer.
Customer. Which invoice is she paying for?
Invoice 101, so she gets a 1% discount.
Did we even give Katie a discount?
Oh no, it was 50% COD. I'm sorry, I'm looking at great thing. She paid for half of it up front on delivery, and she had to pay the rest.
All right. In this case, what was the conclusion? How much does she owe us?
$99.54 after returning the mugs.
Correct. So in this case, she gave us exact change. So she kept really good bookkeeping on her end. Plus, we probably at some point reissued her a new invoice to prove that we credit her account. So in this case, she paid us exact change.
Do we come back to her, or seeing we're there, do we go ahead and take care of that?
If you want to do it now, you can do it now.
I am for doing it now.
Okay. So
23.
24. 24.
Oh, it's 24.
We're on Monday.
The pizza party made me tired. So I will put paid, check number 420, invoice 101, general journal 12 or 13.
That's fine. You're okay.
Go to payments. 99.54. Brings our account down to 0.
There. She paid off exactly what she owes us.
Go back to a general journal. So that way I can make a note. It's 101. Check number 420.
All right, hold on. Receive. Oh, right. Invoice number 101. Good.
Check number 420. Next, I'm gonna go to deposits. I know I'm in debt, so I gotta make sure I gotta put some money in there later on today.
$6.24 for the date.
Well, we're going to wait till the very end to deposit everything.
I was just gonna say I left the right side blank because I know I'm gonna deposit that with my next sales deposit.
Good. That's what I do too.
I had the date in there from my next deposit, so that's why. But yeah, I left that blank originally.
Okay.
Now, general ledger, checking.
Checking.
24, 624. Uh, Payment up or
Okay, payment.
invoice 101. General journal 13. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. I'm in Supreme Coffee. Hold on. Uh, 23rd, payment of invoice 101. General journal 13. For the amount, the debit amount of 99.54, which brings our running balance to 2141.19. And then to our accounts receivable, '24. The payment of invoice 101, check number 420, general journal 13, for the amount of 99.54. Running balance is 1108.74.
110874. Good.
And then I believe we're through with that.
Good. All right. We are ready. We already did our subsidiary ledger. That was the first thing that we did. So good. All right. So we received a check from them. So then what has happened next? I think this is gonna be the last. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, we'll do the next two. We have time for the next two.
Okay, so we received some coffee mugs from All Things Ceramic.
Awesome.
We have terms of 1%, 10 net 30. We have a total of 198.40 with a delivery charge of 100 for invoice 162. So I went to first my general journal. I used purchase expense and freight expense for my debits,
Good.
accounts payable for my credits. And since I have the information for my notes, I just put a quick note in All Things Ceramic, invoice number 162, 1%, 10 net 30.
Mm.
My account numbers are 61,000, 6,300, and 20,000. My purchase expense is 198.40. My freight expense is 100, which gives me a total of my accounts payable credit for 298.40. And then from there, we'll move over to our purchase orders. Invoice number 162 for the coffee mugs.
Where are we at right now?
The purchase orders. We're just making sure that we received it. All right, and then I'm gonna go back to the journal just so
Mhm.
we. There you go. Oh, you have to go back to the journal anyways.
Are you caught up, Melinda?
No,
Okay.
I'm on the purchase order.
Oh, what happened?
Okay, I'm good. Thank you.
All right, so here we are back to the journal.
Okay. Now that we have all that taken care of, we can go to the general ledger and update it. And first place I went to is my expenses. Down to purchase expense. My date will be 6/24 for 80 mugs. TJ 13. 198.40. So give me a balance of 591.20.
$958.20.
No, 591.20.
What was it? $198.40.
Yeah, yours is right.
Okay, I've heard 598.20.
No, 591.20.
Okay, got it. Okay. I'm starting to hear things, guys.
Well, then we ought to move up to the freight expense before we forget to.
Yes. Okay, so freight expense. Oops, I missed it. There you go. Freight expense.
Date 6/24, 80 mugs, JG 13, deadlift 100. Give you a running balance of 300. Then we'll go up to accounts payable, top of liabilities. Our date will be 6/24. Invoice number 162. GJ 13 for a credit of 298.40, which will give you 45.14.26.
Okay, good. 45, 14, 26.
We have one more thing yet once everyone's caught up.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay. Then we need to go to subsidiary ledger to our vendor, all things ceramic. We'll have our date 6/24. My note is 80 coffee mugs at 248 each, freight 100. Invoice number 162. GJ 13. My terms are 1%, 10 net 30. I took my date plus 10 to give me a discount date of 4 July. Then my due date should be 24 July. Invoice amount 298.40. Switch over to the right. It should give me, I have off to the side a total of 585.36 that they owe me.
That they owe you?
mean that I owe them. I'm sorry. um,
I
You,
got
I took.
781.36 cents.
I did too.
So what did I do wrong here?
You said
Oh, nice.
5. Oh, you might have put in 198. I don't know. Because it should be.
Well, we owed them 286.
Where did you get
Oh wait, hold on.
286?
From above, minus the 984. So our balance with them was 286.96. And then if you add the 298.40 to that, that should give you.
No, our balance with STEM was $482.96.
Yeah, because right now you forgot to do the very first
Right.
one. We
Let's
have
see here.
we have three we have a total of 3 entries
Oh,
here. We have one and invoice number 126, invoice number
no,
159, and invoice number 162. We haven't made a payment to them yet.
right. Yeah, no, I didn't have my sheet high enough. I have side notes, but no, I have the 781.36.
Oh, okay, okay.
I was doing. I have side notes so that because like what you showed us before with the 286.96, the
Okay,
296.80 minus the 984.
got it. All right. So I see you. So you created a column for adjusted.
Adjusted, right? But I do
Perfect.
have the 781.36 at the bottom. I just didn't bring my sheet up and see it.
All right. Yeah, because in this case, I want to be able to visualize all of the transactions, but the thing is, you're not going to be updating a invoice as often. So,
hmm
especially with with all the other vendors down below, you won't technically have adjusted amount for most of the transactions. So, that's just an additional column that you can create, especially when we're dealing with these kind of vendors, they're supplying us with inventory. So we are subject to have an adjusted invoice. But for things like insurance expense, you can't adjust that. That's not gonna ever happen.
Right.
So good. I see. All right. Now that we have our subsidiary ledger updated, what is next?
Our freight spit and they broke 5 cups, mugs.
Ooh, we're not done yet.
Oh, we're done?
No, we got one more thing we have to do.
Update our inventory.
Yes.
Oh,
We,
we already received them. All right, cool. Yes.
yeah, we need to receive them. So in our coffee mugs inventory, we need to throw that batch in there. All right. So
624.
624.
80 is the quantity. 248 is unit cost, which gives us a purchase price of 198.40. 100 for the freight. Total cost 298.40. And cost per
Oops.
item.
I multiplied. Sorry. Go ahead.
And then cost per item of 3.73000.
Once again, you don't need to do that, but okay. All right.
I'm just consistent. It makes it easier.
All right. So here we have it. We entered in that we received some coffee mugs. So now we are done. We did the journal, the ledger, subsidiary ledger, and inventory. All right. So now let's do this. Let's do this last transaction, and then we'll continue on the deliver to Katie tomorrow. I mean
Monday.
next week, Monday. Yes.
Tuesday. Aren't we off Monday?
Yes, you are. Memorial Day, right?
Yes.
You guys are so great. Yes. You are right. So, yes, we'll continue on Tuesday. So, here we have it. Let's do this one last thing and we'll continue on Tuesday.
Yeah, Felipe.
Oh, hold up. I'm still at the mugs because I saw that we returned them. So hold on, let me cheat a little.
Okay.
Uh, so that way, I hope my numbers are right. Okay. Um, since I was put on the spot, thanks. Wow. I'm gonna go take my time now that Alan wants to get off the phone. I'm gonna talk real slow.
All right, whatever you have, you have 40, you have 30 minutes to do this.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna go to our general journal. So we open it up. We see that 5 of them are broken.
Okay.
We give them a call. It's like, yeah, we'll give you full credit.
Okay.
So we're gonna go accounts payable,
Good.
and then it's 20 20,000 for the PR. Uh, purchase returns and allowances
Good.
at
Excellent.
6150. Old things, I can still say that word. Mugs,
Ceramics.
ceramics, ceramics.
Purchase, returns, and allowances. Hold up, allowances. What this was 61,500. All right,
Yes.
and then all things ceramics. All right, what else?
5 mugs, full return full credit. That's what I put.
All right, so invoice number 162C because we're getting a credit for it for
And then
5 broken mugs. Full credit.
and that was C. Right. What I was doing before, I'm gonna jump right into inventory, go back to inventory, so we find the exact amount we're getting credit.
Good.
So I'm gonna go down to returns, allowance, and discounts.
Okay.
We got the quantity of 5 mugs at $2.48.
Good. Right? Because we opened up that batch and we found 5 broken mugs automatically. So it's going to be associated with the previous batch.
And it gives me a total of $12.40.
$12.40.
Where are you at right now?
Inventory worksheet.
Okay, under coffee mugs.
Yes, under coffee bugs. And we just computed the returns and allowances section.
Okay, I'm good. Thank you.
All right.
Now that we have our figure of $12.40, back to our journal. $12.40. That to accounts payable, credit to purchase return allowance. Now to a journal ledger. Our general ledger. Let's go. Accounts payable. 24 of Julio. Invoice number 162C for credit. General Journal 13, a debit of $12.40, which brings our running to 4,501.86 cents.
Good.
Now to on to our purchase return and allowances.
Oh, too far down. Purchase returns and all this. Okay, here you go.
I'm looking for it myself. Okay. 624,
Oops. Go ahead. 624.
invoice number 162C. Input 5 mugs. Return. General Journal 13 for 1240 credit. And if we go over, equation is one above plus your credit minus your debit, running total of $22.24.
Good.
Now we do that, we go to our vendor.
All right, I'll give a couple seconds to catch up for. Oh, excuse me. All right. What did you say to go next? Subsidiary ledger?
Yes.
All right.
So 24. Oats. And 5 mugs at $2.48. Invoice 162C. General Journal 13. The terms, the dates, that still applies to invoice 162. But if you go to returns and allowance for $12.40, not $21. We currently now owe them $700, 768.96 cents.
768.96. Good. Okay. On the side here, I just wrote it in there just in case you are going to pay for this invoice. You know how much the amount is that you owe for this invoice. So I placed it on the side, the adjusted invoice amount.
everybody's good?
Everybody's good?
Yes, I'm good.
All right. So here we did the journal, we did the ledger, and of course we updated our inventory worksheet already. So once again, guys, good job. We'll continue this on Tuesday. So happy Memorial Day.